this book?
It's KrTC.
Oh, okay. Because I couldn't take it. As in, OV is a live version. I put this in myself.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, I think, okay.
it's got spaces in between. In between the words.
To bring one pantry for me is under the TV. So, can you see?
It's already on. Yeah.
Do I need to be able to see? Do I need to see?
No, it's the comment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So we'll be able to see the screen so that I know which camera will focus.
The main camera is there. The main camera is there. If you want to talk to the audience, these two is just capture what you guys are talking each other. Have a chat. So this is the
Sure.
okay.
book. So are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yo, bye-bye.
On your cue. All right. Good evening. Hello, Swaziland. Hello, world. Welcome to the first ever episode of DT TV live stream. Now, DT just simply stands for Daniel Toro. If you guys don't know, he's the guy that's actually right now doing a whole lot of live stream, making sure that artists or the art is kept alive and in the face of the people during this COVID-19 period that we're in. Would like to welcome into the room Mangaliso Elfo Masilela. Salute, homie. Thank you very much for being with us. Christopher, hello. Penny, thank you so much, brother. Another guy that's doing some great and amazing things for the arts industry behind the scenes, and Pila Dlamini. and he's been echoing the same words over and over again. I just came here to say we do not deserve Velemseni. All of us, the entire world. She was meant for the heavens exclusively. We're just here wasting her time. She's is the #1 groupie. And Marlisa obviously is in agreement with that. Santa, welcome to the room. Thank you very much. We appreciate your time. Afia, I know you're also in the room. Thank you for tuning in with us. Would like to shout out to the team that's sitting behind the scenes. Lunga, making sure that we sound nice coming at you, and of course Daniel Toro of DT TV, making sure we're coming at you live and direct, looking fresh. Our first guest right here on DT TV is none other than the one who was meant for the heavens, as Sheila has said, Miss Velemseni. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing, girl?
Super.
Oh man, I am so excited about having you here with us and as our first guest. Pinky, we see you. Thank you very much. Lindo Buhle. I mean, you're the one. Nomfundo Fufu Dlamini. Thank you so much for joining us. And of course, because we're in a very peculiar space and time right now, just so that you guys are at ease, this is a disinfected space. We've already sanitized and we've checked temperatures, and we are keeping social distance. And probably the reason why we're choosing not to wear masks at this point is because it's just going to interfere with the way we sound and therefore will not be audible. But we have taken all the necessary precautions. We have sanitized, we have checked temperatures, we're good to go. So let's go.
And there's a breeze flowing.
There's a breeze flowing. Yeah. There's definitely a breeze flowing. It's a cold night in Babane. We know that winter is coming. Winter is here. Yeah. Bongiwe, thank you very much for joining us in the room as well. We appreciate you. So let's get straight into it. Ms. Velemseni, how are you coping with COVID-19 right now? I think let's just get that out of the way. Let's just get that out of the way. How are you coping with COVID-19? How has it affected you personally and directly?
For the longest time, since the lockdown started, I think I felt like I've been kind of level-headed, you know. I had some work that we did prior to the lockdown, and so I was trying to just coordinate stuff to release, you know. I was under control, but then I started getting some cases that are a little bit closer to me. You know, a friend of mine turned out to be positive, tested positive for COVID, but is asymptomatic. So it started getting closer, and I think the fear just kind of started getting bigger and bigger, and the paranoia and the responsibility as well. You know, like I think as soon as I found out, I was like, no. Any way I can get out of anything, I'm staying at home. You know, everybody at the house, I'm the nagging one. You know, like we are happy. You know that campaign? That's my favorite. We are happy.
All right.
So it's a tough time, and you know, as an artist as well, like the financial hit that we've taken, all of us, I think. Of course. You know, it's gonna inspire some good music, I guess. Because it's a difficult time, a different time. We don't know where it's going. Like you said earlier, it's like we're free falling, man.
Free falling, yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah. We don't know when we're gonna land, where we're gonna land, how we're gonna land. But like you said, all we can do is just remain inspired at this point in time and just keep moving. Daniel, there's something that's blocking my screen. So if you just like get it out of the way, because I'd like to really interact with the comments. Thank you very much, Lunga. Martin MK, thank you, welcome. Like this guy, if there was support personified, he's like always there. You know what I mean? Salute, shout out to you, sir. Thank you very much for tuning in. And Nomfundo Fufu says, so glad to see Swaz is taking advantage of social media. And now we get to know the likes of Velemseni. Lesmabona Kashani, congratulations to her and where she is today, career-wise. Thank you very much, Ngozi, for that comment. We are inviting questions, comments, queries. I do have just a couple of questions in terms of the conversation I'm going to be having with Velemseni, but we are welcoming your comments and questions as well. If there's anything that maybe you've always wanted to ask Velemseni, this is it. We're putting her on the spot right now. Okay, so Velemseni, just to give maybe our audience a little bit of a back history. I've known Velemseni for a while now, probably over 10 years.
I would actually say pulled me out of the obscurities of high school.
Yeah.
And you plugged me into Mosaic Studio. So big shout out and thank you to Mr. Tamsang Asbanza, because not a lot of people know he's the reason your girl is right here.
That's such a big up. Thank you very much, and I appreciate that.
Yep.
You know, people usually don't acknowledge that, and I appreciate that. So basically what happens is Velemseni is still in high school around about this time, and we live in the same hood, and I'm still staying in Makolo Kolo, and she lived just like a couple of houses away from my place.
Yeah.
So how did the connection happen?
You know, I don't even remember.
Yeah, I actually don't remember. But all I remember is that she said at some point in time, your mother was involved, and she was like, look, I know who you are, I know what you do. Here's my daughter. Wow. My daughter has got a gift, and I'd love to see this gift to be taken out to the world. Wow. What can you do? And I was like, man, that is such a heavy burden or heavy task to be put on your shoulders. But I was like, okay, let's see what you got. And this girl started singing, and I was like, and I'm in line with PhD on this one. The heavens came down, and I was like, man. Yes. I don't know how, but I need to, do whatever I can to see this happen. And then that's when we went into studio. And I think at that time, Mosaic and I were actually working on the Singaba album.
Yes, you were.
Yeah. Yes. So, and I went to Mosaic, and I was like, bruh, there's this voice. I didn't even say there's this girl. I was just like, there's this voice, bruh. And we went into studio, and what happened? Coming Home happened.
Yes.
We Got It happened.
Yeah. I think it was that's it. And then we did the video, my first music video.
Yeah.
But a lot of things just came from that one introduction.
Yeah.
And I think you didn't even know how much of a blessing or teaching me how to fish moment that was. You empowered me a lot, because you put someone in the studio, that means you're going to meet the most prominent producer in the country. That's Mosaic, the producer, right? And you're going to get to collaborate on the biggest project to come out of that decade, I would say, in the country. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that Singaba project it changed.
Don't be talking about it, because people are still a bit touched about that. They're like, we're seeing number 2.
Right.
Hey now.
Okay. You and Rihanna are in deep trouble.
Hey, bruh. But I do recall from that meeting with your mom, and then going to studio with Mosaic. And then I remember we went to the One Love Reggae Festival.
I'll never forget.
Yeah.
That's where I met Psycholution and Nomalungelo Tlatla.
Yeah. Like so there was just like so many of these episodes that just came out just from that meeting.
Exactly.
with your mother, and I'd love for us to go into that in a minute, just the role that your mother has played in your career, and just like having your back. But let's take a couple of comments. Carol Sanderson, hello.
Hi, Mom.
All the way from Kasambo Lodge in Nell City, says, one love to you both. Thank you very much, Carol.
Love you.
She's doing such an amazing job in the Nelspruit area in creating a platform for artists to come there and do what they do best. And we appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Yes.
The psalmist says, courtesy of hip-hop, we connected. It's really a great platform. Climatic Studios Eswatini appreciates. We appreciate you. Mangalisa says, we got it. That's a gem, bruh. That's a gem and a half. Like, even in terms of just like the music video and what Velemseni did on the hook, man.
That was
the fire that burns with the heat of 1,000 suns.
I don't even know where that came from, if I'm being honest with you, but right place, right time.
The right place, right time.
Right
it was just
beats.
Perfection. Right. When the stars align.
Definitely.
Ducks in a row type thing.
Yeah.
Pila says, courtesy, you don't say. You did us a great service, Booty. Medal of honor for you. I'll be expecting it, homie. I'll be expecting it. This is as good as mining gold or diamond, or in this case, opening the door for an angel. Look, man, thank you. We owe you one. Yeah, 2 liters of Coca-Cola will do me just fine, homie. Just as a thank you for this moment. Tata says Singaba remains big. I concur. Mangaliso says, Veli, please tell Courtesy to put that Singaba album on iTunes. That's a good idea, homie. I think we definitely need to look into that. Sharon Martin says, Velemseni, he was such a gift.
Hey,
Pile says, we are definitely waiting for
all the way
Singaba
from...
to Pile, go away. It's not your part.
Much love to Sharon. I think she's overseas.
Yes. She's all the way in the United Kingdom.
We love you. We love you. Stay safe. Okay.
Yeah. Mam Shresha says the difference that your voice brings to a song. Yeah. Okay, so is it Waha Ramu Rembiwa says black hair from South Africa, Velemseni is a whole vibe.
Black.
So we're going to talk about black in a minute as well.
Yeah, guys, oh my God.
The world is waiting for you. Lala Laloka says hi from Harrisburg, Va. All right. Hey, Sisi. Hey, KrTC. Hello. Thank you very much for tuning in. Lindo Gutta says her voice is blissful and calming. Thank you for sharing your gift with us. With the current situation, when can we expect to take your work of art home in terms of an album? And we're going to get into that as well. Okay. So you're asking the right questions.
Yep.
Uncle Kali, hello and welcome. Thank you for tuning in. She says to both of you, thank you for keeping it real in spite of the challenges our industry faces day by day and for being a positive depiction of the arts so far. And you both are looking fresh. Now, I mean, you know.
I had to come through. Okay.
All right, Velemseni.
Yes.
Let's go back to early days.
Okay.
And this is something that we don't see a lot of. Your mother has been sort of like your backbone. She's had your back since day one. Like I said, she actually facilitated or she cemented, she gave her blessing when you and I started working. And you know, she basically I became like the big brother. Immediately I became the big brother. She was like, no, as long as my daughter's going to studio with you, as long as she's going into shows with you, I'm very comfortable with that.
Yeah.
And that gave me sort of like that responsibility of being a big brother. But what I've seen also is just the fact that she's basically just like had your back. And we don't see that a lot with parents when it comes to their children wanting to go into the arts.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that relationship that you and your mother have and what it means, how much it means for you to have a blessing to do what you do.
Well, first of all, I'd like to, I almost said give her the glory, but, I owe my mother everything. You know, she's a single parent. My father passed away when I was 2. All right. So this whole woman that you see right now, that's a product of La Dlamini's work, sweat, and lo mage relentless in everything that she does. Yeah. She's a driven person, you know, oldest of her siblings. So she's got that firstborn drive. Okay. And then something on top of that as well. My whole life, she's kind of been, you know, management. All right. Outside of, just management, like what school you're going to go to, you know, what university, what's the plan. So that's how she is. And she gave me her blessing right around the time that we met, actually. But obviously, beforehand, it was tough. Now she's got her own ambitions for, you know, like her own dreams. I want my daughter to go into this. So when I was adamantly a musician and artist, she gave in and she gave the blessing. And then once the blessing happened, so many things unraveled. You know, I met you, and then I met Boloja again. And then the album came. I did not pay for that album. God secured the bag. God's been securing the bag since the very beginning, and that's how I know that this is what I was born to do. You know, when things just land at your feet, and you're like, I'm so undeserving, but here it is. Who?
Velemseni, you're actually talking about something that's like so real and so legit, and I wish a lot of people can understand this. When you are where you're supposed to be, doing what you're supposed to be doing, God is there. Yeah. You know what I mean? In terms of like the doors that open for you, in terms of like the opportunities that are just like thrown at your lap. I could write a whole book about just that. Just that element of, you know, when you're where you're supposed to be, doing what you're supposed to be doing. Your gift literally just keeps opening doors for you. And especially right now, at this point in time, I would like to challenge everyone, the viewers right now, that this is that time for you to actually just listen to yourself and touch base with what is it that you're supposed to be doing. Because when you do that, magic happens.
And magic,
Magic
miracles,
happens.
you know, moving mountains. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my mother has been such an integral part. You know, even this morning she was advising me. I want to go into, you know, like charity work and things
Sure.
like that. So she's advising me about where could be. She's completely been the backbone of my whole career. You know.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
I owe everything to her, and I feel like my whole family actually, not just her,
Yes,
the
yes.
whole
Your
family.
your sister has been like your road manager, your makeup
Listen.
artist, your
Listen.
number, and then she's first on in front of the stage.
Yeah.
She's your number one. She's like your
They-
family is just amazing when it comes to supporting Velemseni.
Yeah. And honestly, I mean, Guna Veli.
Okay.
Then Velemseni is that whole vehicle, you know, where you
Okay.
have Mage,
Okay.
my sister Pumelele, my niece. My niece is now a very stylish and style-inclined teenager,
Okay.
so she also helps out. I've got my brother's fiance. She's a
Okay.
makeup artist. You know what I mean? It's
Okay.
a family
Okay.
buzz making this whole thing happen, and I'm completely blessed and so appreciative to have them. So
Oh,
they
man.
deserved that spotlight in the video. That
Yeah.
blessing
Yeah.
happened in real life about 10 years ago, the one my mother
Yeah.
gave me. So I had to speak on that a
Yeah.
bit.
That is actually amazing. If it's the video for Shisa, right? And I think we'll put on the link to the video on the comment section so that in case you haven't seen it. Once again, the mother comes in and she, like you're saying, the depiction of that blessing to say, my child, go be.
Yeah.
You know, do just
Yeah.
be the best you that you can be, and I think that's such an amazing thing for a parent to actually do. Once again, shout out from Furious Flower and Sonia says watching Velemseni speak is life-giving. Seneme Damini, keep shining Velemseni, we love and support you. Barely is fire. And for you, Seneme Damini, stay tuned because Velemseni has got her guitar right here and she will be performing live at some point in time during this here live stream. So just stay right there. Pila Shabala says, thank you for such platforms because we get to interact with our Eswatini artists in South Africa. I'm excited and can't wait to see your music on our big screen. The world needs to hear that Swazi sound.
Shout out Hollywood.
So this is the interesting thing about Makolo Kolo.
Yeah.
On that same street, there was Velemseni,
Yes.
DJ Mbo,
Yes.
Lindelwa Mafa,
Yes.
and then I was also on that
Courtesy of
street.
hip-hop,
You know what I
courtesy
mean?
of hip-hop, yeah.
I'm just forgetting who else was on it. But so at one point in time, Makolo Kolo became Hollywood.
Yeah.
You know,
So shout out.
because it was just like started all the way down that street. You know what I'm saying?
And I think Polocha at some point.
Polocha, yes. So yes. Dr. Shakes, Hollywood is in the building, homie. Masapogati says, you indeed blessed beyond measure, Velemseni. And Spamanda says, I meant that song Shisa is on top of my indoor riding playlist. It's fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Sharon Martin says, that scene in Shisa literally gives me goosebumps. And I think we're talking about that scene where your mother actually gives you the blessing. And I'm sure she says, what advice would you give to our young people who wish to pursue a career in music in the country?
Okay. Excuse me. What advice would I give to Swazis? You see, our market is a special one. Our industry is a special one. So it's tough to really give certain predictions about how your entry into the industry is gonna pan out. Because I was just telling you earlier, Loguzi, it's a very narrow platform.
Sure.
In as much as that's only because we haven't thought of the other ways, the bigger picture, how else we can fit into it. So far the things that we see that exist as the entertainment industry in Swaziland is a very narrow space. Right. And so it just shows that we were a bit, it's tough to predict and it's tough to break through as well, like to the next frontier. You can always be the up and coming. It's so easy to be the up and coming, you know, but consistently elevating your art into a world standard. that needs research. You need to watch what other artists are doing outside of the country, in the continent. You know, it's right now is the best time to be African in history, I think. Well, so you know, look around, make connections. You know, East Africans always want to work with Southern Africans and West Africans. You know, that have that Pan-African spirit. I think that's the only way you can survive in this climate right now. Yeah,
absolutely. And I think also, Velemseni, maybe just to go back to a point that you made earlier on, find somebody who is doing right now what you want to do tomorrow. Like for instance, your mother was wise enough to say, okay, I'm going to connect Velemseni with KrTC because KrTC is already in the flow of things. So I'm going to connect, you know, those two, and that helped, you know, sort of like kickstart your rise.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to take credit to say no. I discovered Velemseni. No, I was just there to help kickstart the rise, and that's it. And then I've seen that happen with so many other artists, producers who've attached themselves to Mosaic, artists who've attached themselves to the likes of King Terry and Tias and them. You know what I mean? Like, look at the guys that are doing right now what you want to do tomorrow, and then 1, ask questions. 2, ask the right questions. 3, ask the right questions to the right people. You know,
and I would say in the beginning, don't have this attitude of I deserve. What you were saying, entitlement. There's no need for entitlement. You are the underdog. You're starting out, so don't be afraid to not get paid for the you know, for the benefit of the profile at the beginning. You know. Don't be afraid to be KrTC's hype man. Okay.
Oh, we can go into that and double click on that. King Terry was my hype man for about a whole year before he then took off as King Terry by himself. So you're onto something there.
And if you were to call King Terry right now, he'd tell you that some of his performance skills, some of his confidence he gained from standing behind you.
From,
you know,
that period,
right.
Absolutely.
There's nothing wrong.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with it.
Being...
I mean, did you ever do backing vocals at some point in time?
Listen to me. I came into the game as, well, I mean, a vocalist by Singaba, which was like, woo. But I used to back Nomalungelo. And I used to back Flowy occasionally. So, you know, and I'm sure a few other artists as well. Well, Polocha, what am I saying?
Of course. No, absolutely. Bongosi, Dr. Sheikh says, but honestly speaking, guys, thank you for not giving up on your talents. That gives us the strength to work hard too. And Dimakatso Tembega says, my beautiful first lady of music. All hail. She also says, replying to Pila Damini, we don't. Hey, I always stand in awe of her. I am. I'm sitting next to her, and I'm totally in awe. But guys, please stay tuned. Velemseni will be performing for us in a couple of minutes as well. Maybe a track or two. You know. All right. So, speaking of passing the baton on to the next generation, you are currently a lecturer at the Limpopo University of Creative Technology, specifically lecturing music. How is that for you, and how in terms of that platform for you to actually reach into the future by sharing some of your knowledge and your wisdom and your experience with the next generation?
You know, I will say it is a conflicting position to be in. Because, I mean, in as much as I am an educator, I believe in the next generation. We need the next generation. But graduating them into an industry that has nothing for them is a conflicting thing for me. You know, we graduate artists, graphic designers, musicians, producers. And then the industry is like, I only know Mosaic, and I only have a budget for Mosaic once a year. What am I going to do with 20 other producers who have no experience and no equipment? It's a scary thing. So I think we need to. I mean, so I think, but the school does a great thing by teaching them to be, you know, to have that entrepreneurial spirit. You know, instead of looking for a job, create the job yourself. And that is something that the school does equip the kids. So I'm really happy to be in that position. But it is a scary thought that the industry itself has little to offer the graduates. Yeah.
Man.
What do you have to say about that? Because
Look, I'm like we would need like a whole another episode for that. But I mean, I'm just looking at these comments. Mangaliso Elfo said, okay, Dr. Shakes, this is not your part. First he says, KrTC, how old are you?
Okay.
Ha ha ha. And then Elfo says, KrTC has been doing the Lord's work. My first stint at MCing was given to me by KrTC. Shout out to you, my man. You know, my main man.
Right.
My day before day one,
Okay,
homie.
okay.
You know, I got you, bruh. And then Machahan Konyana says, this is beautiful, KrTC. Big ups to you, Velemseni. Keep at it. You are called into this. Dr. Shakes says, if black don't crack was a person. But I'm looking at these comments.
Is that you or me?
a bit of both.
Okay.
I'm looking at these comments and I'm just saying, like, look, at the end of the day, you can only create after yourself, after your own kind. Pretty much everyone that I've worked with, that I've had the privilege to work with, everyone who has trusted me with their gift, has gone on to create platforms, one for themselves, but also for other people.
Yeah.
Elfo is hosting the Beatdown, where he hosts artists. You know what I mean? King Terry has got Royal Knights. King Kanga now has got his own recording studio. You know what I mean? Velemseni is now a teacher. But I think for me, I've also been attracted to work with the people that I can see that they have a heart for people.
Right.
And these are people who are more interested in making a difference than they are in making a living. You know what I mean? And I think that's where we definitely need to start. For me, in terms of everything that I've done, from head counts to rhymes and laughter,
come on with
to Shine Music Talent Search, to now the Spotlights, to First Friday,
CV.
to now we're live streaming now. Everything that I've done, for me, first and foremost, was to make a difference. Did I get paid from it? Yes, definitely. There's some of those platforms.
And usually you'll get rewarded for that noble.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thought.
Absolutely. So now somebody already sort of like preempted this question, and they're asking, so can we be expecting some new music? What's going on in the world of Velemseni right now during the period of COVID-19? Over to you.
It's wild, but I'm having such a fantastic season as an artist. I was in the right space at the right time. My team and I have been, putting up, getting together. These have been shooting basically since December, and we finished the second video probably 2 weeks or a week before the lockdown or the frenzy really began with the virus. So right place, right time. Like I said, God kept securing, either I was at the right place, right time, or suddenly the funds appeared. So, in terms of the music, it's coming very soon. I'm done. The album is done. I just need to, make you wait a little bit longer.
But even though we're waiting for the album, but the single is out. Is it out?
So I have 2 singles out from this album that's coming out now.
That's
Shisa and Bailey.
Okay.
Bailey's been out for a minute, so we just released the video on Trace Africa. Shout out to Trace Africa. They really just put SD on the platform. I mean, on a platform, the platform, actually. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to HB Imaging as well.
All right.
Those are the guys that shot the video.
Let's talk about that. So you on Shisa, the music video, you worked with Sandile Makanya.
Yes.
And then on Barely, you worked with Black from South Africa.
Yes.
So one video you work with a producer from Swaziland, one you work with a producer from South Africa.
Yeah.
How was that? How was that experience like in terms of just like the 2 different producers and the product outcome?
Well, I mean, as you can see, both videos have their own kind of characters and personalities and styles, for sure, influences, and it's a cultural thing. It's an individual thing, however you like it. But working with, let me start with Sandile Makanya.
Yeah.
So he's a Swazi through and through, born and bred. I think he's actually a product of Limkokwing.
Okay.
University.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's, you know.
Shout out to you.
You know, so there are amazing people who come out
Yeah.
of that institution.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's a young guy in the industry as well.
Sure.
And he's always highlighted because he wants to work with me. So we finally got it.
Had a
and
moment,
we
yeah.
had a moment. Like I said, you know, we were in the right place, right time.
Yeah.
So it was our time. And working with him was such a pleasure, such a breeze.
Yeah.
He's reliable. He's driven, like hungry,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah.
And he's a good leader for such a young guy. And I just wish him all the best. I mean, the video is better than I could have imagined.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
And then Barely
Barely is
with
another.
Black, who's watching, I believe, from the
Yes.
comments.
Shout out to Black.
Yeah.
And HB, you guys working with these guys. So we met for this project, and that's
Alright.
the first time I met. I actually got introduced to them through New Life Entertainment.
Yes.
So-
Yes. And I think we'll just after maybe on the tail end of your
Yeah.
comment about Black,
Mhm.
please talk about your relationship with New Life.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got introduced to them via New Life,
Yeah.
and you know, for them we had to communicate like over the phone or
Sure,
emails or
sure.
you know, sending references and ideas and things like that. But we ended up having a script,
Wow.
and they came, and we shot it in a day
Okay.
and a half.
Okay.
We shot it in a day.
But like, I wish people knew the work that goes behind shooting a music video. How you at the end of a music video you love and hate your song at the same time because you've heard it like 1,000 times
Yep.
over a short period of time,
Mm-hmm,
and then you just like, I don't want to hear the song ever again, but
again.
you can't wait to see the video. So now you're looking forward to it again. It's just crazy, but yeah,
Yeah, it's an emotional
roller coaster,
roller coaster, bro.
totally.
Get me off. No. But it was an amazing day. I think I'm still young enough of an artist where I can't get tired of doing anything that has to do with music right now.
Right.
Like, so I
Right.
mean, obviously, you know, you have moments where you maybe disagree or
Yeah, of
tempers
course,
are flaring or someone's hungry.
Oof, I know all about that. Yeah. Okay.
And so, but that's part of the fun. That's part of the excitement, part of the journey towards it. So I loved every single moment of it. And please shout out to Mzwa,
Yeah.
my on-screen.
Oh, yes.
boo.
and that's amazing because this is not the first time you're working with Mzwa.
Yeah.
You guys collaborated on his album.
Yes.
On that track. What's it called again?
On his Lutan.
Oof.
Lutan.
Such a beautiful, beautiful song.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
No, that's great. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You're tuned into DTTV. This is brought to you by Daniel Toro, another guy that's doing some great and amazing things in the industry right now. I'm currently working with him on a number of projects. He's the one that produces The Connect, brought to you by the Pacific Institute. Last week Friday we did our first live stream of First Friday, and Daniel Toro was behind that as well. And right now he has created a platform where we can just have these conversations and you too can join us. Speaking of joining us, Musawe Nkosi Stole says, I hear Velemseni is not just a songbird but a qualified musician that obtained her degree in the United States of America. How
Yes,
true is
Coco.
that?
Oh my God. That is very true. I thank you for that.
Yeah.
Shout out.
You know.
Shout out. I studied music in the States. I have a degree in performance, music performance. Yeah, so
Okay.
that's where that's coming from.
In what college, university, and state were you
I went to the University of Method.
in? Come on now. Come on now. The world is watching.
They are watching. I'm so sorry.
Tongue twister.
Yay. Shout out to my alma mater. I love you guys. I'm sorry. I went to the Methodist University, which is in North Carolina. Yes. Shout out to all my choral friends and my choir people. I still love you guys. Distance is nothing. And yeah.
All right. So that is asked and answered. She definitely has a degree in music. And then Linda Bushler says, talking about the industry and how small it is, have you ever thought about giving up on the music career? What has kept you going? And let's go back up. Daniel, let's go back up to that comment. L4 is making fun of you. He says you went to the University of Method Men. Because that's what it sounded like.
That's
at first.
something else.
All right, back to Lindomute. She says, what has kept you going? What would you tell to an 8-year-old Veli taking everything you've gone through into consideration? 1, have you ever thought of giving up?
Yeah.
2, what has kept you going? And 3, what would you tell to an 8-year-old you now that you are where you are and have gone through what you've gone through?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so have I ever considered giving up? Yeah. In fact, I haven't considered giving up on my career. I've considered giving up on my country.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting take.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, you know, even though there are certain structures that are set in place to protect us, sometimes, you know, maybe they're not placed in the right hands. And so...
Preach!
Don't get me started.
Yeah.
So I've considered giving up on my country because I just felt like you can have so much talent. A great example is Bolocha.
Yeah.
This is probably one of the greatest talents you'll ever see come out of this country.
In our lifetime, yeah.
You know, but he's not, I feel, being supported the way that he could.
Sure.
As one of the greatest exports
All right.
of all time from our, you know, music history. So but not on myself. No, I believe in the music. I believe in the dream and the calling.
Okay.
And you can't tell me nothing.
Can't tell me nothing. Speaking of the dream and the calling, once again, Dimakato says, where can I get your first offering, Miss First Lady? I lost my copy.
Oh, okay. You hit me up on all the socials. Those are, I sell them now personally to connect with the ones who look back, who see where is Miss V coming from.
All right.
Yeah, so they might be worth something someday. So
yeah, definitely. Sibane Ngumalo says, I love your music and consistency so much, Velemseni. Congrats on dropping the barely visuals. KrTC, we're still waiting on that performance in ALU Rwanda. You know this. I'm coming back. I told you. As soon as these planes are back in the air, I'm in there.
Okay, Mr. International.
Pindomutlias Tole, thank you very much for joining us and for being a part of this here discussion. He says, quality on point. This is beautiful. Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate you. Nati Gule says, our own art legends in one show. You're magical and make me proud to be a Swati any day. When is the US tour?
Oh, who's asking that?
Lala is asking.
Hi, Lala.
By the way, she is in the United States of America.
Right.
She's a part of Furious Flower Poetry Society.
Oh,
so
really? Okay.
She is actually part of the crew that took me to the US just now in, I think it was in September.
Is it?
So,
okay. So when you say when is the tour, you mean when is the tour?
Yep.
Let me get this album out across Africa and then I'll start jumping overseas. But let me take care of my people here first. They need to know me, fall in love with me, connect with me first, yeah. Then we'll call you guys.
Awesome. Lindelwa Dlamini, Big Lin, my boy. What up, sir? He says, how was the feeling on your first studio recording? And has that feeling changed when you step into the studio to record a project right now? And has studying music changed the way you view music?
Ooh, shout out Lin. I have a suspicion Big Lin was there the first time I was in studio.
Very likely.
I have a big
he was that guy who was behind the scenes.
Right.
Picking us up, dropping us off.
Taking care. He took care of all of us.
Yeah, definitely.
And when you look back, those people are really an integral part of the journey and the project and everything. So we love you, Mr. Dlamini.
Yeah.
Your question was?
How was the feeling? First time studio session?
Yeah.
And how has it changed now? And then has studying music changed the way you view music?
Okay, these are great questions. How it was first time in studio, I felt like, yeah, man, this is it. Like, this is exactly the feeling.
Do you remember what song we recorded first? Was it Coming Home or We Got It?
We Got It. I think it was Coming Home.
Oof.
And
because you went in on that one, girl. Like, you went in on that one. You just like...
Yeah, and you wrote the hook. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so hello. Okay. All right. Yeah, so I just came in as the vocalist. Like, let me sing what's written, and it was scary because, like, you know, everybody in studio was already established as somebody in the industry.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I come in with my little voice. I'm so, but Mosaic was incredible.
Oh, as a coach, as a music coach, as a voice coach,
Yeah.
that guy is
Oh.
amazing.
Oh.
I've seen him do
Yeah.
such a great job with so many artists,
Yeah.
you know, that have come into the industry. He's amazing.
Mosaic story
Yeah,
is
that
another
needs a whole show.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And his impact on the industry.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So first time in studio, it was nerve-wracking, but it still feels the same. It still feels like, I wonder what we're gonna get out of this session, you know, because you never know. You never know.
Yeah.
And even if the song is already pre-written, but being in studio, it's another.
Yeah.
It's another experience, and I mean, I think if I had to choose between even performing live in studio, I don't know if I could, because it's just two different
Girl,
rounds.
you don't have to choose. You can have it all.
Thank
you can have it
you.
all. Nuru Akanji says, peace, y'all. How do you maintain balance between keeping true to your artistry while still trying to connect with or sell to your audience?
You know, it is tricky, and being kind of this generation of artists, Gangwane, we're still trying to figure things out that other countries have figured out decades ago.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, so it's a tough position to be in. I don't know. What do you think?
Look, at the end of the day, it's like you're saying. I love being in a place like Eswatini because the rules are not preset yet.
Yes.
Whatever you do is it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can try something new today. I mean, look, I'm a recording and performing artist. I'm a spoken word poet.
Yeah.
I host a TV show.
Yes.
I produced and hosted a radio show at one point in time. None of that stuff is wrong or right, but it's just me and my different platforms of expression, and it works for me. So just in terms of staying connected, that's what definitely works for me. We'll just take a couple of questions, maybe two more, and then we gotta get straight to the music.
Oh, okay.
Because that's what Velemseni is here for. By the way, Lala says, holla at us. Would love to have you.
Oh,
so
okay, I really will. Thank you.
Musawa Nkosi says, who did you work with in your current album? Because in the previous one, Poloja was one of the artists. So who did you work with right now?
Okay, now you know. Funny enough, I think there are no features on this album.
Okay.
Okay, so I think I just wanted to explore something first.
All right.
Before I start collaborating in ways that's going to pull away from some. So, but I did, behind the scenes, I've, you know, a few people have put in their hands here and there.
Okay. I think you did, the album is being done in Paris.
Oh yeah, of course.
By the way, it's titled Gumbandi.
Yes.
And you're working with David.
Yes,
Yeah.
David Falgero, who produced the first one. So if David is watching, shout out to David. Future Paradise, I love you guys. They're my family. So they're based in Paris.
Sure.
And so, I mean, hey, we're based in Paris, baby.
Nah, I mean, international, baby.
In Paris, baby.
I know, that's what's up.
Yeah, so he produced it, and then over there we have a whole family of musicians that David kind of opened up to us, like legendary musicians like Felix Abaliko.
Okay.
All right, you Google him.
Okay.
Google him. All right. So he
What?
put some percussion into the album, and then we have Martin Perawe. He arranged the strings. Okay, maybe I'm saying too much about instrumentation, but
Yeah.
Well, so let me just give names. Okay, we have Martin, Felix, and Poloja.
Of course.
But it's Sakilo Kumbi.
Oh, yes. Black Rhino.
Makoyane.
Okay, Tobile.
Tobile, thank you. Oh my God, I'm blanking.
David is watching. He says a lot of love from Paris.
Yes, love you, David.
Salute, David, and thank you very much.
Please remind me who I'm forgetting who's on the album.
Yeah, while David puts up the list, Street Cooper says, beautiful stuff, Velemseni. It's always a great feeling whenever I watch a Swati music video on Trace Africa. Keep the ball rolling. And then just a last question from Musa Nkosi. I heard you a part-time lecturer at Limco Queen. Are you available for private vocal lessons?
That's such a lovely question, Jobe. No, I am not available for private lessons. I mean, it's only because it's busy.
Yes.
It's really
Yes.
busy. I'm really busy, and private lessons, you need, 1 hour a session,
Yeah. Yeah.
minimum once a week. So there's just no time for that. And I think in my
At this
career,
point in time,
I just don't want to be tied down to more children's education. you know?
Okay.
I'm trying to work out the performance side of it and my job at the university.
Yeah.
So right now, no, but I want to
Sure.
make that available for people. So yeah.
Yeah. Would you maybe consider doing maybe like a weekend camp, a one-day camp? Because I think that's more doable than a long-term commitment.
Yeah, or maybe even, just a once-off camp, maybe
Sure.
an annual thing.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much once again for tuning in to DTTV. This has been brought to you by Daniel Toro. Shout out to Lunga, who's also in the background, making sure we come to you correct and we're sounding nice. This is a platform where we're just having conversations with some of the artists that are moving and shaking in the industry, especially right now in this period of COVID-19. We appreciate the comments, questions, and queries. Shelly Bellarad, I love that. Take care of my people first. Yes, Africa. Thank you very much for tuning, co-host. Shelly and I co-host another show that is live streaming, that is produced by Daniel Toro. You know what I mean? Like right now, we're just starting like a whole movement and we're inviting the whole world to be with us. My main man, Mlungisin Dwandwe, aka Mil G, just joined us and he says, just got here. Please let her know she is amazing. Velemseni, you are amazing. You are amazing. You are amazing. And while I give you time to pick up your guitar, to pick up your weapon and get ready to give us some beautiful music.
Yes.
Shout out to everybody that joined us this evening. We are grateful coming at you live from Bab City, the cap city in the Kingdom of Eswatini. Wherever you are in the world, we love and appreciate you. This is a place where we get to gather and connect because that's what we love to do. Once again, thank you to Daniel Toro for bringing us this platform. This is just the first, and we're just going to keep it going. Velemseni, you ready to rock?
I'm so ready.
You ready to do what you was born to do?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming at you live right here on DTTV. Once again, shout out to Prime Digital for the graphics that they gave us on the poster and the web and also web development. She is sent from the heavens. She has been on the Bushfire stage. She has graced a number of stages in and outside of the Kingdom of Eswatini. Amazing. She first gave us her album, We Are People, and
Currently, her latest single,
Uh-oh.
Barely, is on an exclusive rotation on Africa Trace.
hey,
So make sure you check out those times today and then available on all platforms.
talk about it.
Tomorrow.
Let them know.
Thank you very much.
Tell them. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please welcome Miss Velemseni. Let's get it.
Let me write it down so I don't forget just what you said to me. Yeah. Let go of doubts and drown the fears as you cross the river to the other side. Or let me write it down so I don't forget just what you said to me. Yeah. Let go of doubts and drown the fears as you cross the river to the other side. Tatsumbegele, nale, nale, nale. Tatsumbegele, nale, nale, nale. Minefuna kuhamba, ngiyahamba. Tatsumbegele, nale, nale, nale. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa, yeah, 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 yeah. thatha ungibekelena liso liwela umfula ugcwele thatha ungibekele emaphupho wami uwayangihlupha thatha ungibekele liso liwela umfula ugcwele thatha ungibekele emaphupho wami ayangihlupha thatha ungibekele nale ngithatha ungibekele nale mina ngifuna kuhamba ngiyahamba thatha ungibekele nale yeah oh yeah hayibo yelele oh yelele you oh yelele you oh yelele you oh yelele thatha ungibekele nale thatha ungibekele nale mina ngifuna uhamba ngiyahamba thatha ungibekele nale
Whoo! Okay. Don't stop now.
Yeah.
Don't
so you
stop
want to
now.
know what that is? That is my upcoming single.
That is barely.
No, that is
Oh.
there's a third single coming.
Okay.
One of these
Okay.
days. So I thought I'd just give you all a little.
Oh, snap. Exclusive. Right here on DTTV, baby. All right. Beautiful.
Yeah. So that was entitled Lena, and that's going to be the third single out of this album.
By the way, the comment section is going bananas.
Oh, yeah.
People are loving what you're doing. So, let's not,
Okay.
let's not stop now. Let's keep it going.
Okay. Thank you for the love. I'll read them later. I love you. I love you all. All right. And this is, well, you know what this is.
You know what it is.
I was born 3 hours before noon, and I already was gazing for you. Tell me, did you hear my first cry? Tell me, did you hear my first cry? Yeah, I was crying for you. I was crying for you. What dress did you walk when you came and found me? When you came and found me, yeah. What you came to me, when you came to me. Yeah, 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 yeah. I think the Lord sent you to get me, yeah, 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 yeah. Don't you think the Lord would guide you to me? He would guide you to me. Guide you to me. Oh, he would guide you to me. Oh, he would guide you to me. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bring me away, bring me away now. Bring me away, bring me away now. Bring me away, bring me away now. Hey, bring me away, bring me away.
Oh man.
Hey, you wanna, hey, hey, you wanna, hey, you wanna, hey. Nothing's coming to you.
Oh, this is this is where I jump in.
This is where.
Okay.
This is where you
How many times have I asked myself why, who, when, what, where, when the answer was right there? So I did what I had to do so I can do what I want to do. Cause I could see my goals at a distance, but I had to figure out how to go through resistance. But who can know best the best way I can be the best me? Like the God Almighty, it took me a while to figure it out, that if I don't go within, then I go without. I was pushed all the way to the edge. That's when I really had to believe that I can fly. See, it's unbelievable. My purpose is lyrical, and I believe in miracles. V, I said I believe in miracles. Hey, bang mele way, nah. Hey. I believe in miracles. I said I believe. I believe in miracles. I said I believe in miracles.
I believe in miracles.
I said I believe in miracles. Hey, said I believe in miracles. Hey,
I believe in miracles.
Hey, I said I believe in miracles. Say.
I believe in miracles. I believe in miracles.
Hey.
Miracles.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man. The comment section is going crazy right now. Lungi Similchi says, every now and again you come across someone doing what they were born to do. And holding that space with dignity. It's such a beautiful thing. Thank you so much. With dignity, you know what I mean?
Don't do it. Don't do it, Milchi.
And of course, people are going crazy about Shisa because it's such a beautiful, beautiful song. And she just like threw me in the deep end. But you know, because you know I got my back stroke, you know.
Always ready. That's what I love about you. Always ready.
Yeah. Oh, It's still on you, girl.
It's still on me.
On you.
Okay, I have another song.
All
I
right.
mean, the song of the moment.
Song
right?
of the moment.
I
Song
think-
of the moment. Let's get it. Let's get the song of the moment
All right.
before we get out of this place.
Okay, so I dedicate the song to everybody who has been watching with us. Okay, there's still I think 2 more airings or broadcastings. I'm sorry, who am I talking to? The screen. 2 more broadcasts of the video barely on Trace Africa. So please stay tuned onto that channel. We are African music, and so on that note,
Yeah.
there you go.
Let's get it.
Your eyes hang low to the ground this time. Hey, you're struggling to look me in the eye. The season has been hard for us. Hey, I felt the cold before you saw that. It's messing with my head. Ooh, hands up, fingers spread. Don't please, don't tell me where to go, 'cause I've been a little bit cold beside you. Honestly, I don't know where. Don't please, don't tell me where to go, 'cause I'm too dense to float inside you. There's a heat I used to feel when you held me. Barely. The sky is clear, no clouds in sight. Hey, and the birds, they sing only at night. The sun is bright, but we're freezing. And I'm trying to read your face. Oh, 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 oh. Ooh, it's messing with my head. Ooh, ooh, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Da, 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 da. Wouldn't you be better off running in the woods? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or maybe I should cut you off before I drag you down. Winter is here, and I'm shaking from what I'm about to hear. Oh, don't please, don't tell me where to go, 'cause I've been a little bit cold beside you. Honestly, I don't know anymore. Don't please, don't tell me where to go, 'cause I'm too dense to float inside you. There's a heat I used to feel when you held me. Oh. When you held me. Oh, oh, when you held me. Oh, oh, when you held me.
Oh man. Oh. Oh. I don't know. I really don't know like how I feel right now. So before I start crying live on international media and stuff, Velemseni, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, one, for daring. You know what I mean? To be who you are right now, because the bravest thing you can ever be is to be yourself. So thank you for that bravery and for daring to do what you do. Thank you for the beautiful gift of music you gave us. We are people. We are so ready and looking forward to Gumandi. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us here today on DTTV. This is the first show and talk about setting the bar high. Like you throw it like this thing is out into the stratosphere. I don't even know where that is.
Right.
But
when it comes back, you just go.
All right. So thank you to everyone who came in to the room this evening and to share this time with the amazing, the lovely, the brilliant, the genius Velemseni. Yes, man. I see the comments, they're still coming in. We'll definitely, once we find time, we'll definitely sit down and holler back. Lindogutle says, ma'am, the Grammys are waiting for your performance. And I couldn't agree more. You're the best female vocalist I ever met in my life. And thank you to Poloja and Blue Lamp to introduce you to me. See you soon, dear. This is from Goodwill Simanga.
Thank
Yeah. Elfo is just losing his mind about barely. He's just like, he can barely contain himself. And Nirosha says, tuning in from Toronto to listen to you. Oh,
much
thank
love,
you. Thank you so
Nirosha.
much. Thank you. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
that. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the first episode of DTTV, where we get to sit and have conversations with some of the best that ever did it. It's been my honor and privilege to have a conversation with the beautiful Miss Velemseni. We'll just keep this going. We'll keep this coming. On some days, it's going to be me doing the interview. On some other days, it could be somebody else. But we just want to keep this going right now, especially while people are hashtag staying home. We just want to keep bringing some entertainment from you. And thank you to everybody that tuned in from across the borders and across the world even. We know we've got Canada, we've got the United States of America, we've got Rwanda in the building. My man Goodwill is all the way in Josie. And to everybody who's right here in the Kingdom of Eswatini, we appreciate you. From me, the courtesy of hip-hop, it's peace, love, and happiness. Ms. Velemseni, what you want to say to the people?
Oh, my love. I don't even. Oh, you'll hear it in the album. What I have to say. But seriously, thank you so much for all the overwhelming support today I got with the release of the video. And let's keep it going, okay? I need you guys to get their attention, their attention. So let's all do it together.
Is the video on YouTube yet?
Tomorrow.
The video is out on YouTube as of tomorrow. Can we please get the views, get the numbers up? Because we all know in entertainment, it's basically a numbers game. Right. So Eswatini, let's get behind this and push the numbers all the way up. Yeah. Peace, love, and happiness. Hashtag stay home, stay safe. And we love you. We will see you next week right here on DTTV.
Shout out. Let me put this down.
Behind the scenes.
Hey.
Gotta love it.
It's done.